Okay, so Makwaba, Ali Maiga Haliday, a former member of parliament, Madishawa Doma West constituency, the Roger Tidi was a member of the NDC National Communications team. We never your friend Betri and Komoeko, once near Kwakodi, Komo Nampacho, quickly share the special prosecutor as money to Jawa Bra na Obun Konta a war contract between Ghana Revenue Authority and SML. Share special prosecutor.
The following persons with various corruption and corruption-related offenses before the end of November 2025. 1. Kenneth Ofori Atta, former Minister of Finance. 2. Ernest Akori, Chef de Cabinet to Kenneth Ofori Atta as Minister of Finance. 3. Emmanuel Kofinti, former Commissioner General of Ghana Revenue Authority. 4. Amishadai Owusu-Amwa, former Commissioner General of Ghana Revenue Authority. 5. Isaac Krensel, former Commissioner of the Customs Division of Ghana Revenue Authority and General Manager of Strategic Mobilization Ghana Limited. 6. Kwejo Damwa, former Commissioner of the Customs Division of Ghana Revenue Authority and Member of Parliament for German South constituency. As part of the process, the OSP will seek to recover the financial loss caused to the Republic from the persons listed above. Also, the OSP will recover a total amount of 125 million cedis from SML by way of a disgorgement of unjust enrichment of overpayment by the return of the benefit of this amount it obtained unfairly at the expense of the Republic. This amount was arrived on two considerations. First, the participation of SML in the public revenue assurance regime was based on largely undeserved automatic payments detached from performance. Second, the figure was adjusted on a quantum merit. The past few weeks, we are once again drawing negative flag that we who put him on our list of wanted persons, that the OSP that declared him wanted, that the OSP that declared him a fugitive from justice, that the OSP that went to Interpol in record time of 48 hours and placed him on Interpol's red notice, we were stalling the case and that we were wasting time. But once again, as I said, we knew what we were doing and we knew what we were waiting for. And last week when the Attorney General addressed the media, he said something very poignant. He said, these financial investigations require time and patience. And we ask, give us that regard of time and patience, we will deliver the results we wanted, like this. And as I said, before the expiration of November 2025, we will charge all these persons that I listed before the criminal courts. We will not stultify our own investigations. We will not delay our own investigations. We would do it right. We will be patient. We will be meticulous. We would have all the expertise in the world examine all, because we only have one shot at these criminal cases. We cannot go back, forth with it. And so, I announce to you, as we did by way of our press statement last week, that we are in full collaboration with the Attorney General's Department. We cannot work against each other. We are working for the same cause, which is the cause of the Republic of Ghana. And we cannot be at loggerheads. We cannot be in dispute. Sometimes, personalities and how one wants to do something may clash a bit, but that should not be taken as dispute or disagreement.
Eti Kisi Ejaben Esquire, a special prosecutor, press conference, Nnawotwe mu editoja, ekasade fa, SML, Ofori Atta, enim penifal dua na ohun ebon emu. You're describing saying that contract agreement between GRA and SML no, neso any emphasis. Alibokode.
Okomine.
Okon so is saying.
Oh, Adom hoboko. When be any ebon by say a demabekui
Yes. Roger Cheye.
Oh, but the other room.
Abemuye.
Oh, we share the Yankopon Aya, ne Bebia, na Ghana, Yakoshe, Benipo Becase, na Omano Ewo, a summa, a very thick, gross darkness. Na Yankopon a visa, Amanie, ne or how. Ni abrebresa na MPP aban etwemu e de ekwohye ya na His Excellency the President Nyankopon anam ne so ebe yi fi Misrim asase so a na asidankwa na e de bema oboade Nyankopon
mate
na mo ma me fa akwenye so enchia His Excellency the President John Dramani Mahama na minchia na be de chia Professor Jenna na Opoku Agima, first female who rises to this highest status in Ghana's political history na me mpa bo say that chi bi ne ye benya Obama na ye den etumi ebedi Ghana and because we share a involvement of women in Ghana's policy. Vice President Sam Namekano because one say over the years no yeah for and I say a boy and whom modern say emba so ebetumi enya role in society. Na me say enchia abemu appointees ni na the other man na chief of staff. I think he's doing a very good job coordinating and making sure say every ministry is up to tax. Na me chia me am papa nom they are Hoy brothers na masa HIA chairman. Omoti ni dia
Roger
omuyem
Roger
na
we are fantastic.
Omoti ni dia na omuyem shishia omo
in less than 2 minutes obiye ya ne dia
na omo nightmare no
okay
yes strategic wa oni onanka so bebodi no opeja ne nsa na omuyem shia omo General Mosquito honorable
Roger ya mention
yeah, we're going to only two on this thing. No, two.
Say, more within the Diana, no, and I pay me Tiana, me boss, Peter Mensa.
Okay,
yeah, okay, deputy CEO, shipyard. I think so. Move to my palma.
But I say, Roger, a member of the NDC National Communications, Wally, special prosecutor on SML, Ofori Atta, extradition.
That's really economic shop. But I be here no pay. Na me fa kwanya we so honorable Henry Kote ne bada former no pay. We don't know where my yako shedding.
Yeah.
And I just see also the say one of my other supporters the questions I say our free Mr. Alfred Crackroom. I mean funny can see. Aminia SML special prosecutor ne wants and sama I odeba. I Edika let me say it on the record say we in MPP katasie no project eni na ebe boa say man na be kwatia okay because him say ade a edi enya pa e o man ma e katasie any project now you will not come and condone say obi adisika say be a man dia man nko
okay
and I be first and foremost sure say obi bia na o ya appointee and Nana Akufo-Addo now when him say time be best one, he'll be called to account for his or her stewardship. What does it?
Yeah.
And you know, we are not in himself okay. But you see, my problem is with this and I said Ghana, the whole Ghana is a creation of law. Na yedemra and yedma kroma. I don't think say what is going on. It's just at the special prosecutor, even the Attorney General. Yenim mra, yenim kwan yefaso, e de amount for court. Yenim kwan the constitution no kraka efa ho. E say yedim mra, ejuma. Minia SML contract. It's revenue assurance contract, so himself. And it buy. And according to special prosecutor say there are issues. In fact, GRE has written a letter. I don't know if you are aware of the Omo press release in the buyer now. Omo sign contract and say there are no issues. In fact, even Skanakwa Oka said, I almost say Omodino. GRE has come to clarify. Now it's GRE when SML so okay, even saying that even the money he seeks to recover from them is false. All the whatever the special prosecutor said is false, according to them.
Okay.
So it is your word against the word of the SML. As a law enforcement institution, what do? you go to court. You see, yeah, say, because of the way Ghana fought to say, oh, corruption, let's go to the media and persecute the people. Well, the danger is that they be all NDC when the agency will be they are doing it to Ofori Atta, not everybody. Actually, times can change. Now also, what now obi in the media try me say okay, some special prosecutor Becca also evidence. Send the evidence to court. Go and prosecute your case in court. Defend the case. Now court to decide say the panel or you're guilty and are not guilty. Yes, I know. Yeah. And the issue is oh, I say the panel, but let me tell you, even in this country, our laws, our criminal under criminal jurisprudence, you don't. The person must not necessarily be at the court for you to try him. And I'm a sure. Yeah, my I said na 10 o'clock. He was tried in absentia. I am at 10 years. Still as all my. Yeah. And I'm a boy. I got for you. They say if you say oh a solid case against this, but what do you do? You go to court. You put all your evidence in court.
So who challenging here say is to say be public prosecution.
Exactly.
You kona embrano.
Embedding enya.
Besa about me kwa mas na me Emmanuel Wilson or ye crusade and corruption against crusaders against corruption. Ima boko there. Ima.
Yes.
Boko there.
Nyame Adom minya net say.
Boko. This issue of say the Attorney General Special Prosecutor, I said they are prosecuting a man for in the public space, no. Ha adwin kakra or your corruption fighting.
Well, honestly speaking, the fight corruption inka one of the elements out here transparency.
Okay.
Transparency also has to do with bringing people along, especially taxpayers are omudio musika echiawoka and omudio musika emao so that to bring the necessary resource to work now. Into transparency they are very, very key. There's nothing wrong with, say, Attorney General. Say, wait to me, I investigation do baby. Na empo, or the other to just say, allegedly, no near my answer, akanye, into the next step. And now empo, special prosecutor, obey investigation, do baby. No, I can say, allegedly, near my yeshishe muno, ediambre, into the next step. There's nothing really wrong with that. The money here a bit frustrating. Say, ode niema beba betuja embre kwa wo investigation no enye so conclusive. Conclusive ni say bia ode ade beba betuja na waka se me investigation efa osimesi ho no ABC de niema me hu enu nti amansa me pese mu funi na later beba betuja say empo ye wo investigation no sa onipa o claim say investigation on one man Aquinia Amon on the side of the story Amber. And only there it will end up becoming a half investigation. Not a half investigation. Now what it simply means is say, oh tarnish the image of that person. That one does not include and it is not part of transparency. Until when it comes that way, yeah, I know it's condemnable. But so wait to me investigation thoroughly. From both sides, we see the party involved. One man Aquinia no so they the position abro ababetujania they not at the end of the day what they are no betuja. That one is transparency.
Okay, what about Omo making this argument say Attorney General and Special Prosecutor court then ning sim you can be a court becomes a public evidence same as say OBF amount for on investigation why so far. It's just to save us from this hula baloo of say and our prosecute go for about and you better say maybe Attorney General and OSP court preko because who court now say you report through one more the same effects now na watch Viana.
Very, very true. But it is also say in bringing people along, semi court. Remember, say even when you go to court hearings in camera. In any BBA court and you deba ebetuja.
Oh, but you sorry, but certainly there was some trouble for our court.
Yes.
Or let's say, the person who was a national security threat. And no other parties need to say because of the issue at hand, no, yet me niman some trouble for anything for be an but say this issue of where obie di sika obie wie sika wabu amana fa so say dia basically kokota central for about court no e be report it.
You see, I don't need the next way and come about aside transparency, no.
Yeah.
What is very key, and it's creating impression say, judge parties involved no in the court of public opinion.
Yeah.
But you are rather giving information. The only way you will not be able to create this perception, and it's after all day about the Tujano, or the court, judgment in favor of investigation.
Okay.
But over the past period, no, at the country of this challenge and a difficulty about amount for of course, position I was taking it, so I agree because that is what the public there, no, most of them, no, they have. I agree. But the point is, over the past period, no, particularly the special prosecutor, on shared the MFA case and courts, not to talk of the Attorney General, but special prosecutor in particular, on shared the MFA case and courts, significant ruling in favor of unknown investigations Hawaii.
Okay.
And until I say, na dear cra, Obana, Odebetu job, a catcher in the Alcosa, or the Cocos near Boatem Negu.
Okay.
So, in other words, no, you are only tarnishing the image of the public.
Yeah.
In Kenya, I see them kind of transparency there, one of the key things I hear. But Akwakoye said the history of this investigative and prosecution authorities Nankasano and anti-corruption institutions Nankasano, it hasn't been able to help so much. Into the impression created, they say, we are only good in prosecuting people in the court of public opinion. And also the Ebanesa, you are literally tarnishing the image of the person.
Sure. Now then is also bottleneck on this issue of say you come and to a man for him say esimesi ewia omansika. Now these are some of the ways prosecutors no AUC ewa bonting when wia omansika essay. Eti nipa onoma bontino ehia na e wontim se wo kromfo wa fa Ghana sika se se Attorney General na OSP court na wankwa ankodi be mu a enko wieche me emfa pressure ankoto court no se see akaye ye court ni corrupt o ma sika de free kromfo no wo etiro ma ja o no sad no nye we betimi alidi akodu sa pepe so no.
I agree perfectly with you. You see, and that is the reason why sometimes they would see, especially the special prosecutor, and then sometimes the Attorney General, and even most of these state institutions that fight corruption, the AM is so worried. And they say, when they are bringing out presses near there, a quiet worry. It is only the court of competent jurisdiction, and a bit to me, Akasi, where we are, we seeker. We are corrupt and we are corrupt. It is not for fun. And in the legal palette, any time who raises any issue, and you are careful to use the word allegedly.
Okay.
Empo se me hu se sebi ukra etio we shutu nipa kono kra na me hwekra me do kokota. I must say it allegedly because intention is also very important in court.
Sure.
And the fact that me who say obi and now this kind awo obi no and now the etio eshutu obi no doesn't necessarily mean say we committing murder.
Yeah.
It is only the court that can determine that. And so it is very worrying say yes, encouraging transparency. But it looks like the way and manner in which transparency is being carried out is sending a wrong signal.
Okay.
The number of individuals court. Now at the end of the day, evidence is not conclusive. And when the court no boat making already no matter out about the case such persons where you see the word allegedly and I miss say. But the ultimate conclusively, they say, only Pakun will be a buying seeker. Only Pakun will say, you have tarnished the image of the person for life.
Ima, how do you kakra if mamasa about how ABM? So Ali would say, so this where Ima is also coming from.
I think Ima makes certain assertions. I think it's wrong. Court doesn't sit in camera, unless the Constitution says so. Courts sit in public. All trials, all criminal trials are public. In the meaning, which now we must record now, Akokoti said it. And two, when he says that there's everything, there's nothing wrong with what the special prosecutor is doing. I think that later on why you turn. Okay. You see, Our constitution under Article 19.2c is clear.
Okay.
And maybe with your permission, if I can read. Okay, I will say at 19.2c, a person charged.
Okay.
That's the emphasis. A person charged with a criminal offense shall, and they've come to 2c, shall be presumed to be innocent until he's proved or has pleaded guilty. Okay. What it means is that why you told in the Panel Court? You want him. Even the Constitution say the person is presumed to be innocent. Okay. And to go to the media and paint a picture, say the person is guilty. You are wrong. Okay, so for example, the Attorney General. You are wrong. Attorney General taking office close to about say 9 months. 9 months in office. Don't you think it's enough time to brief Ghana for in the office? So what others will do, they will come and brief, but they will make conclusive statements. When in fact, when in fact, no evidence, point to the fact, other jurisdictions, okay, they will come and say, oh, these are the cases we have prepared. These are the charges. You are going to court. That's it. That's it. But to the extent that we are doing, we look at his salary, these are all prejudicial statements. These are all prejudicial statements. Because if you do that, you are telling the panel, you who needs to go origin. Acquired. And so it is a pretty difference. These are prejudicial. Presumably. No, it's prejudicial. Because when we saw the Department of Court. But and the question say OJ 28,000 Ghana cedis bosomi. Na uchia wo yere as a housewife 5,000 cedis. Now to a fee worth $1.6 million. Ma Ghana for let me give an example. Okay. Current president. Okay. He lives in the homes, isn't it? Yeah. Current vice president. Yeah. Within 10 months. Now he has located to homes. I was saying the 10 months salary of vice president can buy a house at Chain. Meaning say a vice president what to feel chain homes. I'm telling you, she's not lives in chain homes. What one I say what to feel chain homes. Me say she lives there. But it make me say be a okay. Yeah, father but he lives there. So what I say, if that's why I ordered the Panako General Court. Okay. So he will come and account for the difference. If unable to account, the court is there to find him guilty. Roger. What I say? Okay. Let perfectly. Okay. So, ABI na the Obaka say Obi. But me, I always say, let's be fair to the law. Let's give fidelity to the law. Office of the Attorney General, Office of the Special Prosecutor, they are all creations of the law. Say them run a canon. But as you say, your time will be. Okay. Into young women, and now we are doing politics with the man, you know, he said, maybe I call the website to look at it. Yeah, it's office in that. When we started, I was in Parliament then. Oh, okay. To fight corruption. Go to his office and look at the cases that he has closed. Not the single say play taxes. If there is a pressure on you, yeah. There is a petition to remove him. Yeah. Oh, my petition to remove him. Oh, you are not aware. There's a petition to the president has been petitioned to remove him. I think on Attorney General about this extradition, Attorney General says he hasn't brought the docket. So let him come to the media and do something and do a whip media sentiment. But the point, the point I'm making is that now as much as we are I'm a politician. Kiseja have been a technocrat. That's why the laws are there for us to follow. Okay. I am being persecuted because of my political affiliation. Okay. And indeed, even if you are fighting corruption, I agree. But Attorney General, this is the same Attorney General that came in within 2 months. All cases in court are never ended for winning. No prosecutor. We will do all the cases. Now you are now for the was everywhere, which is another issue. Then instead of taking people to court and let the court deal with it, you are there in the media trying them. But I don't think that's the way to. Ali Maiga, a former MP for Doma West constituency. Roger.
Yeah, me remember. As I'm looking, because now. Maybe I would say means Abekum so and I didn't expect him to come and defend corruption.
Oh, me so different.
No, when can say yes, na me say I didn't expect him because ohwe ekwanya offer so a presenting in the case na and in the narrative and an submission the way we see we na o man yen and I say tie for ni Ghana for na ho say yes ye NDC for and na say MPP for IBB na say ye be jeli o mo aye na politician so that is how I was econo. What you say? Because me rahua I was so quiet. I was so quiet. You see? So I want you to, do the needful. Because I'm a rahua. Nan can be expected say, ye bu or mine, and I say, I'm a democracy. But it can be every penny, ye di, ya sabekano. We should be accountable. I was saying, ye bu akonta, and mati me move for no. Nas the politician be, etna office be. Nas the one appropriate a buying sika year. Say, MPP na ba bema. Seni bakono a ofendia ye jeli no tisiano dia aban in fighting corruption no e be good president say wuti aban mu sisi a kra na wo ye bibia I was say wo hwe wo ye because ufuma you be jailed in fighting corruption no men can say because both of us here politicians need to know why e bia ye hwe wo han na ko we suba no abe no those days are gone. Now, Ebeka Ofori Atta asemuti na washe white now. We will na meka Ofori Atta. White and scriptures. But anyway, that is not the subject. For discussion, SML issue here at that table so I hear discussing. Ye Ghana phone na him say GRA a constitutional mandate and a diama GRA to collect revenue. What you say?
Okay.
Now, Ofori Atta has brought a private company between the state and its revenue. Ejuma pena SML eye some mandate na constitution no ediama eyini say onye. Aside that no, oman go through proper procedural processes and ekwan ya was say enyumako efa so ansa na yama no nkrata say onkodi agben ejuma bi no. Sa ekwan no SML any Ofori Atta Ministry of Finance as at the time na ex Akufo-Addo Bawumia government no anfa through the due procurement processes and sana omomo that contract. Now ye hwe nimpa omowo omoda SML no ano ende sa nimpa donwe na omudi GRA and Ministry of Finance sika semanimu ende omo na moye directors ewo SML. First and foremost, any crowd no sa breach and a conflict of interest. Omo intino I was saying who said. I was saying a clear indication. Say omo ye adanko edada adre. Now me office of the special prosecutor MPP for preaching some baby no. Me say before MPP ba be mu no matena say adro blueprint. Ekwan a ombefa so ewia Ghana sika ache Ghana nyama e dia ma omo ho nti no office of the special prosecutor no eye one unita omo create here so that ombe throw shades akava deceptive tactics omo de be kata omo kete asese ne proyendu media omo be di so obekaya matinamidu ba be kachre say office na otena no ultimate na ho biem because omo kire no dia onye na ono no describe former president Akufo-Addo say ono no chief serpent of corruption. What you say? Na say Martin Amidu and to me antena ho because onye ana on dance to the tune of the NPP na omo corrupt act no into your resign here. Fast forward and omo say omo kwakofa kisi ejabe. Omo grounds ni say oye criminal lawyer and I say oye expert when it comes to criminology. Now kisi ejabe is perfectly dancing out or sa according to tuna MPP for abo oyo mu work no pepe. Kisi ejabe tina ho na PDS dey on the buy. Wana and omo jeli no on the PDS case. Kisi ejabe eti Ghana ha say and scandals bebre e buy including Cecilia Dapa case no. Now,
say happen scandal.
Amo go fast scandal na man go fast scandal.
Wa musika.
dollars here sisi adapa ekipi wo ni dem mo say ma confesca ma kan sika aye on press conference say we still Ghana for your time e ma yatena ho say after all yate say obi abo oman ni kro no aye be beti mu nsem
one so obi abo oman ni kro no
ye say yate say they say sisi adapa sika ye ekodi ni dem ni enye alleged corruption
one say corruption
but maybe so unexplained wealth sisi ano my attribute say ni brother be na ewu ye na some way forensic auditor how did the money come into the country for instance
forensic audit
amonya forensic audit bami Ghana mremu no utmi kipi even Ghana city utmi kipi an amount of money dem Ghana mremu Ghana city yes
I'm not
oh master money okay I don't have the specific clause here but the American culture on say Ghana mremu
so utmi kipi
sika put an amount
sika bia obi o sending na akọ bank
yes
sana Ghana mrane
yes utmi kita some amount of money
say under money laundering
act no
okay
and aside that the company dollar you can't keep an amount of dollar with you no look at millions of dollars now say for fraction account be mu no mu call withdraw sasika no every year what is the trace call withdraw sasika no only some transfer dollar eba o call withdraw crampo na percentage bi e wo so aye the tax did they pay that tax possessing that money alone is criminal that amount of money in your room unima me catch on there
which law
me say our money laundering acts nimu obet me find out see and I don't have the specific clause o kasa me hwama
okay
o mre do na o kasa me hwama na watina ho no mo aye ne shina ni gansa ba wasa be gina ho no mo say there is no of corruption but aside that no embramu na o mo say maun keep some amount of money in your no I'm not deceiving master keep quiet when you were talking I was quiet right if you have a point right okay, when you are rebutting you talk when you were speaking I was writing Ghana mremuna or say even traveling when you put your introduce you that banknote anyway you can't carry an amount of money on a bus for security reasons everyone travel you put people's life at risk it's not go to bank now the banknote there are policies governing movement of money and movement of cash.
For your 4 year, there's no law in Ghana.
Exactly.
That bus will be to keep any amount of money in the house.
There's no law.
Anti-Money Laundering Act.
Anti-Money Laundering Act talks about sika odi from memo or maybe so. Yeah, more than $10,000.
I know the international.
That is it.
Okay, but
it's MRBA in Ghana. Yeah, catch say. Untimi kipi 1 million cedis, untimi kipi 30 billion cedis. Emrebia ni Ghana ye show be as onye ska fa bank.
I'm coming.
We only encourage amount for say on for sika ko bank because ye pese ye te krono so. Say be amount for ani medu achi e wo fie customer ati say sika bi e wo nche wo fi but sika no bank dia isusu say e ho e safe. So we only encourage amount for say be a bank account. As part of that in the for my bank account opening no aye so easy say unya so be ko bank wono and the banks be offer phone pay utim be a bank account and because of mobile money interoperability no unya so be ko bank na do ska ko to o bank account offer phone ya connect o mobile money to account no ska da mobile money so a utim transfer e ko o bank account etim pacho emre bia ni Ghana ha ye chiro bi say chinchina o so kuteska o diska no to bank and now untimi keep any amount of money on you. May that's Roger into us.
Okay. And see, okay, this LI 1987.
Okay.
I say financial institutions are required to report large cash transactions. Are you getting me?
Yeah.
Okay, not individuals.
Okay.
Okay, that's okay. The Bank Acts 2002 Act encourages citizens to use formal banking system but does not criminalize. It does not criminalize holding cash. Exactly. But then wait, even with so regulation. Master, I should apologize to the Sisi Adapa. Has it proven beyond reasonable that the money is not Ghana's money?
Holding the cash
I said, I'm telling you that.
This is your statement.
There could be conventions or there could be natural regulations when it comes to banking in Ghana. For your security, your own security, you are not allowed to even travel on a bus with an amount of money.
Criminality.
Ali, Roger, into us.
Chairman, As much as we are communicating, we are also learning. Yeah. As you are speaking, I'm learning from you. Maybe I know how say law no any one say maybe I share at one say the fact say yen fa pen and can and to one say embrano say right.
It's only advisable.
You get me? It is advisable, but in some way, say you can hold some amount of money on you. Oh, when it comes to moving cash from one place to the other or keeping cash on you for security purposes or for national security purposes, it is not allowed. It
is for unadvisable tenant. Yeah. Say for food also there.
But in the case, yeah, absolutely. Yeah. But aside all things, no.
Okay.
OSP na semna yeka.
Okay.
This issue of seeing that amount of money, going to count the money and bringing the money back to the person and clearing the screen, say there's no way. Ejuma also on how the cash was obtained. What is the results? Ejuma also making sure say every tax component and as the transactions circumstances surrounding cash na omkoye you know. What is the result? It's in the OSP office no, they established it as a smoke screen. When in smoke screen, a deceptive taxes. Sana MPP for no. No. Mami can show the era of the friend is saying spiritual word way sacred cow.
Okay.
Sacred cow, like I said, the way obi a crassy, the way the yenre, I said bosom. That time now politicians I say some are not touchable. When you amass wealth anyway, no, it is gone. Obia and beyond prosecution. Enti so ohwe embrasem no a omode ato no about GRA and generating revenue my Ghana mo.
Okay.
How would you come and put a third party between the state and its revenue? Never by day. Now a dear boy ki say jabimbo boy ni na ngofu na dey adwuma na no first. They were working with Ofori Atta. Aside that the company is linked to him.
Okay.
So
Roger, me wo Ghana Revenue Authority for a website on the contract between Omone Strategic Mobilization Limited.
Yeah.
That is SML.
Yeah.
Already okay, mama call the background. I'll say the number. I'll say the GRA affirms that together with the Ministry of Finance, it has signed a consolidated contract with SML to monitor and audit downstream petroleum sector 2019, upstream petroleum production 2023, minerals and metals resource value chain 2023. The new and consolidated contract, which is for a term of 5 years and not 10 years, as alleged by the publication, was agreed upon based on the performance of SML in monitoring the downstream petroleum sector and the provision of instant reconciliation of real-time data in the sector. Are we saying, say, the agreement between SML and the GRA, no?
Also. Because whatever, downstream, no, MPA, system of monitor the consumption of fuel, the movement of fuel, and the revenue, no? MPA one system.
Do we agree, say?
MPA is
do we agree, say, MPA, despite the fact some more system or a monitor, no? Now, Omano actually sikebi through that system.
Omano Sika Rock Africa, handle sa portal. Omano, and the also outsourced. Sa the class also outsourced.
Outsourced.
Rock Africa, MPA system, Rock Africa, no, and the class also already outsourced. See, me say MPP are buying no, and I can Ofori Atta. On what now horse share Juma, somebody baby digana. And I say Juma no mash no. Because on may be no be about Sisiano, can Ofori Atta, almost say Ombra. What's it? OSP? Games, and we play so the way out on the so, or you say, what's it? AG, ebe can say on fa docket ni bae wa pre no abe another press conference. Oye ya danko that way. Office na mo bi o no useless. Omuti office no up to now. One na ye reclaiming aban sika won go. OSP, one we prosecute no.
Yengu nana.
Yengu no. Yengu office of the special prosecutor useless as nothing. Office of the special prosecutor. For what purpose? I said Akufuado and Baumia, they created this office just to cover and shield the rot, the loot. No, Ombabe Kose.
Tell me, I don't know to shield this. Rot and Luton.
Now you see, I say, Asembana Mupiama, a special prosecutor. No much in the coin of Pampaso. Baba, not Assemno Ato, neither.
Okay.
And I make us say, corruption cases in this scandals are a course during Akufo-Addo Bawumia administration. They were in OSP.
Okay. But I say, Roger, Ima, and that's what I want to say. Hello, Ima. Okay, if I say, I'm sure Ima. Do you agree, sir? OSP, you office, no?
Before I come there,
okay.
You see, I said we are politicians. And many are judging. I say we are politicians because I don't do that kind of politics. I make baseless accusations.
Okay.
Because that's NIIR in the eyes of the public, they see every politician as a thief.
Okay.
So I'm saying, we be trying, we are comfort. With that basis, I'm glad so I corrected and said that there's no law, and the HSA it's until first come go 2 feet. But when Roger, you impute criminality into that. Into Quebec and Gabe apologize to the woman. Because it's a criminal to hold money. Now you know that there's no law that criminalizes that. 2, a court, there's an investigation and the court has ruled. Say young farmer minister so yeah. So if the court has ruled on some certain things, why do we sit here and say otherwise? Or say as a Juma Nigeria for you and they bring a third party to do it. I mean, so that's untrue. An area that Jerry has no capacity and SML ever complementary here. So SML contract was just a complementary, but not to come and do the work that they were doing. One, you said we all know say even petroleum there were leakages. So that's why they look at the benefit that they get. Even at the port, they increase our revenue alone by 33%. Downstream petroleum, they generate 20 billion for this country. They generate 20 billion for this country. So to sit here and say SML contract for 1 month. In fact, GRA under you. Who signed the contract? And NDC and the board members are NDC people, the commissioners and NDC people are saying said the contract they signed with SML has no issues and the SML delivered. The letter they signed the letter this year signed by your own commission you appointed. So on what basis do you also claim that they did not do that? Meaning, let me also tell you this.
Okay, so I'm reading this from my Joy Online.
Let me.
GRA confirms SML Ghana performed contracted revenue assurance work.
Exactly.
Refute no work done claims.
Exactly.
The Ghana Revenue Authority has confirmed that SML Ghana Limited duly performed its contracted duties under agreement with the authority, directly contradicting widespread public and political claims that the company was paid for no work done. In a letter signed by GRA's head of legal, Freeman Saba, dated October 14, 2025, this year, detailing official records covering January 2019 to December 2024, the GRA stated that its internal review verified that the company undertook transaction audit and external price verification services as well as revenue assurance in the petroleum downstream sector in strict accordance with contractual terms.
But
GRA contractor, what's it?
Letter.
Oh, was he head of legal?
Head of legal.
Freeman. Freeman Saba. On October 14, 2025. Yeah, this year. And GRA 40 Krata by say contract omni SML assign so be tabon take a choice say SML anye na dwuma nipa krobwa. SML ye dwuma na o say wo ye. Ebo mo so bo akire o say dwuma o so mo ye no. So Krata na my online publishing no eno no.
And meaning you see natural. You also made some claims there conflict of interest. Meaning if I'm a director of I'm a CEO and I'm a board member and I'm a director of a company. My company can still do business with my outfit. The only caveat is that when we are about taking decisions, the law says recuse yourself.
Okay.
That's the law. So to bandit words around with that basis, meaning the fact say and if it's not true, say today Omo are the directors of the company. It's not true. SML has nothing to do with Ofori Atta, has nothing to do with all names that Kise Jabin mentioned here. It is not true. Meaning, I'm sure. And then he said no politician is above the law. No politician can go scot-free. Politician be anywhere. Or he mentioned also sacrificial cow day. What kind of focus?
Me say, obi anywhere or be a sacred cow.
I mean, obi amomo say more the fight against corruption. The more number one. You are here to fight corruption, but charity begins at home. And I'm a boy. Charity begins at home. Obayi, they will improve for omujina court for corruption charges.
Okay.
But you clear all of them and gave even some of them a position like Bank of Ghana, some finance minister. You clear all of them. That's the point I'm making. They say a party or a government who wants to fight corruption does not begin on that note. And my opposition say you are only coming for the opposition because if you are serious to fight corruption, you start from house cleaning. You clean your house first before you target the opposition. That's the government who wants genuinely to fight corruption.
But so we people say na MPP are buying at that time and at the then Attorney General. And what dance be a tears for na. Dear the man dealing to Sardins and Intimian Kwama court now for finally.
So let the court deal with it. Let the court deal with it. If you think that genuinely they are innocent, let the court deal with it.
And that is the same base as Attorney General free, but so share self and a court during about month for Libya.
So let the court deal with it.
I don't see any enough.
So let the court deal with it.
Spend your money.
So let the court deal with it.
But now I don't see.
I don't see. Let the court deal with it. If I have everything to believe, say
okay.
I don't see anyone. That's what the court is there. It's not Attorney General who decides say I didn't see any case. And in fact, let me tell you, I over Article 88. The power, Constitution, the
establishment of Attorney General's office.
A man power to enter prosecution. That's how to adduce any reason. I'm a boy. So that's why the court is there to deal with it. Take a court to buy, and a court is a route to every book and go for. Remember better hacker. So if you think that you want to fight corruption, start from your house. And I mean, your father, you see, I said politicians one tear say. You misconstrued me. Men can say your politician see my argument is that the guy we politicians and now you're politician meboa and then obi ho come e di no fi say ba me kogu ni say within the media trial ochena na eyewo all we for answer na why dey what he answer into ochena fi say I this aban ni ho then the next MPP Attorney General or Special Prosecutor and the MPP aban e be gina I simply so. Now, Oguaman for any massive. Knowing very well, said this is the case, I have to go to court and try it. Okay. I did BIA or my Habian. It's backed by law. And then they pay. And it's backed by law. In fact, the office of the Special Prosecutor itself is a creation of law. And the adding some Rana, if you say, you just to say, find a Juma Maya home. And go to the social media. Oh, see Chrome. Na bisa say Honorable Ofori Atta. The first people who tell you where we are. Okay. The first, meanwhile, there's no court in this country. I can say Ofori Atta. Sana,
yeah. Me say MVP. Omo ketasese ni project.
Ba o manyi question. O si yengu special prosecutor.
Omo dia smoke screen e wo magane mo. Na yedi nkomo no. First, no, asem bi o kan ye say eji ama verdict. Ana wajaji your friend is saying Ken and I say SML deal no. We buaten and I answer.
Mr. Special Prosecutor
Special Prosecutor.
You mentioned both AG and this.
And when you're talking about the SML now, they can say
I never mentioned
like Tama or making the submission.
I never mentioned
we have judged them publicly.
Okay.
Yes, that's what I'm. Now maybe say was there a verdict that AG and I say Special Prosecutor I can't say these people are criminal, so therefore they have been sentenced or he has given them a charge, a specific charge for their this.
Come again, I don't understand.
Yeah, me patch say. What say? AG any Special Prosecutor. Omo briefy public now. Omo pass omo ba be press conference any o mind enya ngita ho a. Omo bu ngofuna ten.
Okay.
What I say?
Okay.
I'm saying they make predictions.
Yes, that's what I'm saying.
Exactly.
Okay.
And I'm saying, sir, statements now omu making, you know, they are just uncovering omu evidence to the public. Now, omu mbu omu tend to say, what we are to condemn, because that's what the court does. Court they say when the evidence is tailored out before the court. Now court no age na so ebu aten.
Okay.
What I say? The me patron say age no ne you know.
Same way government say we are
okay. So me to asi ya. Attorney General Babonte no be kasa simesi awies kawe ya omu na ten because one ka say esan so awies kawe to won dem and the court no kwa na betime esa
betime akasa asem
etimi kasa Attorney General be ka cho be say wa wi o man sika ise ya enya
atembu ombu na ten
na wote ase
yes ombu na ten o say we wi o man sika say me ba America crowd Trump our sitting president 6th January omo ni case na ewo court no omo be briefie won enche so mo bu na ten
but they never made
omo like AG practice no say Attorney General we or American trained it no I believe say we adapt it sa level of training no it no briefing the public no dia omo ta
okay so now, for example if Attorney General ever can't be saying let me see if I can find some of Attorney General flies ABA.
My example.
So when Attorney General Babe catch and say obi efie ya osi ye proceeds of crime.
Exactly. Okay. And they will go ahead to be confiscated.
So this Attorney General and the flyer or the Bible thing. Properties acquired with the proceeds of crime by former CEO of National Food and Buffer Stock Company. What you say?
Say, omo your investigations. I know who say acquire ana abranti edi aban sika. Edi akọ to say ejapade ni na. Na emom asema yekokodi ye de ensa aban de ensa ebeto so.
Me say. Attorney General say properties acquired with the proceeds of crime.
Yes. Proceeds of crime. Omu evidence say who move sky or kasan obobo accounts or transfer sky.
And this is a producer statement. That's the point you are making.
No, are they evidence?
Now, where Attorney General one side.
Yes.
And I'm
yeah.
And I saw me at here say, and only court the bit me determine say,
good.
When we are not so near. And yes, sir. But this time Attorney General catcher say, Sikana esimesi di koto efie.
Me say court na betumi determine say we the for e wasem no and I say we the bill. E wasem no.
Okay.
But Attorney General I
a process of crime.
Yes, okase we process ombu for ombu nti no feel say
maybe Attorney General ka say we wie sika enye fodie.
Enye undi for okase we wie sika undi for sisi ameka say we wie sika we di for. Debi ye call court
umbua before. Umbua before.
Debi tie. Me say me say me catch you say you want to say camera is you o kono me hu say o tam camera na ko ana me kono ma so me phone live for asi
okay
e na o kono o tam camera na ko
okay
na me ba me be fa me phone no mu bisa say adi ne da asi na me say asimesi e na o wiaye ana o tam ko ya me bu ni for ma kire say e woni ho now it lies on us say
oh
see how phone you rana so bi atam ko obi hu a edebe na obeka so it's a natural conversation, it's a natural order, but issue ni say
okay Roger
court na ebubu aten no na ma me fa
10 seconds
issue metwem now sa inkofu ya na omudi SML ho a obebu omudi
okay
hwe according to constitution
these are the people no there be also omudi so it's people say Omudi SML team those Kerofrata they were commissioners. He mentioned
they were commissioners.
I think he's quoting from special prosecutor.
Exactly. Article 35
never said they were part of
Article 35(8). I say the state shall take steps to eradicate corrupt practices and abuse of power. Now, Ngofui Baku engage in facilitation.
Of facility between
the ministry and SML.
Between the Ministry of
Finance and SML. By engaging in or facilitating a contract that bypassed procurement and due process, these officials violated constitutional imperatives.
Now, okay, at
These are all allegations.
Constitutional provision.
That we facilitation.
2 seconds.
Article 284.
Okay.
And also talking about the conflict of interest.
Okay.
A public officer shall not put himself in a position where his personal interest conflicts
Exactly.
or is likely to conflict with the performance of the function of his office. For instance, as a Christian, transitioning from custom commissioner to general manager of SML. Sisi, I'm not a general manager of SML.
No, customs.
Yes.
Custom
commissioner. Sisi, I'm a general manager of SML.
It means only customs maybe.
Only customs.
So how does it conflict of interest in one?
Good, because under dealings.
How is that conflict of interest?
Okay.
But I say, I am a member of the NEC National Communications. We are done what I see. Now,
Adom has a contract.